You can eat all that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll eat. Make sure you get this.
See, that's the kind of stuff that's going to make you a star.
It's all with the plum sauce.
We are ready for our featured act this evening. Is everybody ready for our featured act this evening? That kind of sounds like Monday morning. I'm ready. This has got to be end of the weekend. We're still ready. Come on, we're still ready for this. Giancarlo and the Scarfones. Raise your hand if you're Giancarlo. Raise your hand if you're a Scarfone. So what about the other two guys?
They're along for the ride. We're
They're just along for the ride. Now this is a family band. Is there a family connection to this band?
These two are brothers. And,
Raise your hand if you're brothers. You guys are brothers? Okay.
And I've been playing with them since high school.
And how's that dynamic been?
Well, I mean, it's solid now.
Yeah, right.
It's really solid. We're kind of in each other's heads, and we don't need to have any verbal communication on stage. We kind of know where we're going and the journey that we want to take people on. You know, so it's simpatico.
Speaking of that journey, that took you to the Niagara Music Awards.
Yeah.
Winning there. Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about that win.
Sure. We put out an album this summer called Carousel. It's our debut album. And we had a great release party. And then from there, the momentum just kept increasing all the way up to the Niagara Music Awards. We won 2 Niagara Music Awards for the album, Best New Group and Best Engineer. And we're just continuing to plug away at this album and get it out there and continue gigging around the Niagara region.
And
we have CDs for sale. If anybody likes what you hear tonight, we're going to do some covers too, but we'll play a lot of originals. And feel free to see me afterwards and get a CD.
And you're releasing new music too, is that right?
Yes, yeah. New year, 2020, that's our plan. More shows, more music to release, and just keep striking while the iron's hot.
So happy you're here, and happy you're here to witness it. Giancarlo and the Scarfones, everybody!
Thank you.
Sit by and through the glass. You watch the seasons melt away by the fireplace of constant December. Do you remember the waves crashing? Safe and somewhere home again. We watch the waters roll in the morning of my life. Far across the ocean, from another shore in the morning of my life. Above the sea, the water's warm, I know, but no warmer than she. From time to time I get weary of living here. One morning when we'll just wake up when the drinks are always sweeter. Hey girl, you have left my heart so shaken, and now I'd like you to know an inclination, the wonders of your pretty face have taken a hold of me true. The harbor in your view, those waves crashing in. Safe and somewhere home again. We watch the waters roll in the morning of my life. Far across the ocean, from another shore in the morning of my life.
Thank you.
Hey, Ange here, Ange Rob, late night feed, Giant TV. What a pleasure it is to be with the Giancarlo and the Scarfones here. It's actually Giancarlo and the Scarfones.
Yeah.
So these are the two brothers, right? And you're Giancarlo. So
That's
this is the coolest band name ever. I have to be honest with you. We've interviewed lots of bands on our show, but you have the coolest name.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was fitting for the Niagara region. It's a very Italian-sounding band. It doesn't sound like an Italian wedding band, but we want people to know what they're getting and who they're getting.
Yes, well, surely Canadian because, I mean, being of Italian heritage is through and through, in my opinion, Canadian, because I'm also that.
Yeah.
Of course. And then when we're eating here too, so are you enjoying the meal here
It's
at
fantastic,
Monty's?
yes.
I have to ask you guys, did you like the stage?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a great venue. It's
You
beautiful.
love it?
Yeah, and
Because
the
you
sound
have
is
a big band. You have a lot of geography. Like if I looked at your stage plot, there's a lot of requirement. So this was really nice to see you in this venue.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
And we captured some footage of you. So we're gonna be able to share that with you. But Rob's gonna want to interview you and dig in a little bit more into your music career and what's going on.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll be right back with you.
Late night feed, Giant to be with Ange Rob, in, out, and about with Giancarlo and the Scarfones. Now, this is the core of the band, right?
That's fair to say, yes.
So when did this begin? When did this core connect and say, you know what, we got something here that we're going to put together? When did it happen?
Well, we've been playing with each other since high school, St. Paul High School. Nick and I played in some of our first bands together. And then eventually we brought Nick's younger brother Andrew in. We really probably got together around 2016, reconvened, if you will, and played covers, played different bars around town. And then it wasn't until the beginning of this year that we said, oh, you know what, I've got these songs, why don't we try to have a stab at being an original band, let's record an album, let's put it out there and see what the response is.
You talked about having a common thread, and that is the music teacher.
Yes.
That you all share.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about the music teacher.
Mr. John Navaroli, originally from Niagara Falls, New York, now a retired teacher in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of our talent from him, I would say.
So what was it that he gave you all? Is there something he gave you specifically?
Yeah, more or less. I mean,
I remember
it's-
Dad dropping you off at lessons when you
Yeah,
were like,
so I started lessons
young.
learning guitar with Nav probably when I was about 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
So well before I met him in high school, and then he was just my music teacher in school there as well. So I'd known him since I was a little kid.
Yeah, additionally to lessons, it's not just lessons, it's insight into classic rock and the music that he grew up with, and he tried to instill that in us and keep it relevant and keep it alive. And That's what we attempt to do, not only in our covers, the covers that we play, but also our original songs. We try to kind of have that sound of the 70s with a modern twist on it. So
Really did. As soon as I heard you guys hit the stage, note one, I thought, this is a Steely Dan band, man. These guys are fantastic. Just the balance you have and the listening on stage is very refreshing to see a band do that. I think you guys do that really well. Let's talk about the new music. Let's talk about Love Away.
okay,
Now,
Love Away.
Yeah. Sorry. My Love Away?
Oh, Love Away. No,
Love
yes,
Away.
Yes, Love Away.
I don't want to change the name
Oh
of the
no,
song.
that's fine. Yeah, that's the name.
We
of the song.
could if you got a pen and some paper. So where did this one come from?
So this one was a song that I wrote very quickly. I wrote it in maybe a couple days back when I was in college. I went to a music school called Berkeley in Boston, where I studied jazz piano and production.
No one's ever heard of Berkeley before.
Not a lot of people. Some people haven't heard.
It's a great school. Are you kidding me?
So I wrote that song Love Away, and it just, I never really recorded it. It remained tucked away on a hard drive for years, just years and years. And then eventually when we got back together, I dove into that hard drive and looked at those old songs just on a Word document or whatever and said, you know what, these deserve to be recorded, they deserve to be heard. And now I have the platform to do it, and I have the musicians at the right caliber to perform it. So I think it's a great song. It kind of has that Dave Matthews kind of acoustic sound. It's very haunting, but it's also it's unique. It's got harmonies.
It's definitely different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, your harmonies are really good though, and that really does differentiate bands as well.
I think so, and I think that's part of like Giancarlo The Scarfones. When you come to see us, you come to hear that perfect three-part harmony, that we're all together and we're all in sync. And Love Away's a great song that shows that off.
A lot of people may not know, but as a musician, as a bandmate, do you have separate types of practices? Do you have a vocal practice where you guys just run your vocals?
Definitely. Vocal practices, then we'll just have practice of drums. I love drums, I'm all about the rock and roll drums, but we need to have the core of the song structure down before we incorporate drums and such. So, yeah, absolutely.
How does the win feel from the Niagara Music Awards? That's got to be a nice one, right?
Yeah, it was great.
It was very surprising, especially when the nominations came out. We were very surprised. We were nominated for 6.
Yeah.
We took home 2, so we were very proud about that. I'm repping the hat tonight.
I
don't know why, but
well, you're looking for another award. I think that's.
I like the hat. It's a great hat.
Yeah. You want to trade?
Yours is pretty good too.
It's a weird thing to trade hats, I think.
Yeah, it was great. 700 submissions and 6 nominations. We were the band with the most nominations, and it was just a great cap off the year, I guess. After a successful summer where we toured the album, not toured, but played around the region and had a great release party at Taps Brewery.
How far down the line do you look now into 2020 and what's coming down? What's next?
I mean, we always have more goals along the line. We want to gig more.
Yeah.
We're looking into possibly a tour, but we also want to put out another record. So
that tour, would you see that as something you could connect with another band?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hop on that tour
Yes.
and get that fan base connect with.
I think we've already we've prospected a little bit.
We have a show in May at the Sanctuary Center for the Arts with a band from Waterloo called 12 Mile Island, and they're very similar to us, kind of pop jazz. They have a trumpet player, so I think it's a good fit, and we're excited about that show too.
Well, I gotta say, the instrumentation and the energy and the vibe and the sound and the talent and the dedication is here. I want to be a Scarfone now. I don't know. It's got to be a spot for me somewhere, right? At least at this table there is, right?
There's always a spot.
Giancarlo and the Scarfones, Giant TV right here, in, out, and about.
What a great Sunday!
Fantastic time here we had with Giancarlo and the Scarfones.
Yes, we got to hear their latest single, which has been released to radio on the 12th of
Love
November.
Away is what it's
Love
called.
Away.
Yeah.
It was just fantastic. You're going to want to check out this episode and check out Giancarlo and the Scarfones.